Hey everyone, MrTass here. I've already done a video of the unboxing for the Hedgehog, but this is going to be the gameplay. But before we get into the gameplay, I just want to do a quick touch base in case you weren't familiar with what the Hedgehog is. The Hedgehog is a 1 to 2 device mouse that can also go on a base and do your WASD movements, along with having a plethora of keys. It really looks like it's going to be a great device, and the Kickstarter is going on now. It has already reached its funding goal, and the device is expected to release next October, is when the final production. But you can see just some pictures here of their prototypes and what it will generally look like with the 12 buttons on the side, the knuckle buttons on top. So you get 3 pinky buttons, 3 knuckle buttons, 3 click buttons, and 12 side buttons, plus the DPI and the mouse wheel. But that's not why you're here. You are here to see some gameplay, so let's get into it. So I started out with Fall Guys. Let's just turn that down a little bit. And so I did 5 different games. I did Fall Guys, Back 4 Blood, V-Rising, Spiderman, and Fortnite are all the ones you'll see. So this was Fall Guys, and Fall Guys is about as simple as you can get on controls. You pretty much have 2 buttons outside of your movement, and that's jump and dash. So the movement is all being done by the Hedgehog you see there in the left corner. And then I've got the jump and dash on 2 of the just normal mouse click buttons. Very intuitive right out of the gate, and all of these gameplays were my first time using the device and configuring it for these games. So this was about as raw use and play as you could get. And I hadn't really used the device before these videos either, so this is how intuitive it can be and just natural to use. So there we go. Survived my first fall round. Next up, I loaded into Fortnite, just to show first-person shooter, and again, how easy and straightforward it is. I had configured my keys for my normal mouse click to be jump. I've got the crouch, I've got the different weapons, 1 through 5 on there, using the knuckle buttons for maps, for different things. So this is just using the Hedgehog as my essential keyboard, which saves you from doing the claw, and then using my mouse for aiming and shooting and the usual stuff that you would do there. So I've got one of the 12 buttons I was using for my sprint, and then I've got one of the left knuckle button, which I was using for the crouch and slide. As you can see, I was surrounded by people because I jumped early. That's alright. And this was literally my first round playing Fortnite with the Hedgehog. And so because this is a prototype, all of the keys are manually configured, versus once it's the final version, there'll be software so that you can configure them yourself. So I went in and configured my keys in game versus configuring the keys on the mouse itself. So I will probably not go back to a keyboard, because otherwise I just have to reset all the bindings and then rematch them if I wanted to use it again, and there's no reason to. It does exactly what I need it to do, even as in this prototype state, which is 3D printed, and it's using mechanical switch on the bottom versus the eventual laser guidance and being able to set the dead zone. I personally love driving vehicles in Fortnite. I love destroying things, so this is a lot of fun. I like running people over. What are you going to do? But again, just showing the ability for the drive controls, which was a little more involved in just getting used to the back and forth for it. But you'll see I actually did pretty decent on the driving and staying on top of the guy. would have had it too if I hadn't got stuck on that tree. We got each other. It's a good round. And then Back 4 Blood. I love Back 4 Blood. It is a great game. I'm not usually into zombie games, but I like the mechanics, I like the weapons use in it. And the Hedgehog worked brilliantly for Back 4 Blood. There's the right amount of buttons, it's a straightforward button scheme. I was using the index finger button for jump, the middle button for use, the left button I think for reload, and then I had some of the knuckle and the other buttons for the different items, 1 through 5, or whatever was already set there. One of the knuckle buttons, the one by the index finger, I used to switch my weapon, as you see here. And you'll see me show that again. That one right there. I just click it, swap between. And so that's easy to use. And that uses the little pads behind your bend knuckle to click those. And you can, they work pretty well. And as you can see, movement is free and easy, and it just makes sense moving around with the device. Just go backwards, spin around, onto the next, and you just go. And it's so much nicer. So then I moved on to V Rising. Really fun game. This one has a lot more key combinations and things to it, so it will take a little more muscle memory work and tailoring the buttons to how I'd like to use them. But in a quick setup, it worked. It did what I needed to. I was able to attack, able to use my skills. And I have already beat the game, but I'm looking forward to playing it again. But again, just another style of game. This looks a little similar to like World of Warcraft in the overhead and moving your person around and having some skills. So I actually have the upgraded graphics pack, so my wolf looks a little nicer than just the base one, but it was just fun. This is also in-game. I have, as I said, I beat the game on this server, so this level 82 is the absolute highest you can go. So it was just fun to play around. Yeah, movement's free and easy again. Intuitive, you just push to go forward, pull back to go back, and side. Works well.
Osborne came to Fisk and asked him to build a lab, but it's been hidden from regulators. secret
Spiderman
lab for
PC. Now
devil's
this
breath?
is about as
If it's as
advanced as you
dangerous as we
get
think it
in
is, I can
terms
see
of
why.
mouse
Where's the
controls
lab?
and
It's not in
button
the file.
mashing and everything
Osborn
that
made
way.
Fisk destroy all records of it. All I have are invoices from Osborn's personal account to Fisk Construction. Knowing Fisk, he kept the invoices around for blackmail material on the
Such
mayor.
a fun game,
Everything
though.
leads
So well
back to
done.
Norman Osborn. Guess it's time to pay him a visit.
I doubt he's gonna tell you anything.
Wasn't planning to ask.
So again, this was the first time using the device in Spider-Man and figuring out key bindings and everything that way. Again, another one of those that will definitely take a little more muscle memory and just knowing what buttons are doing what. But it's usable. It worked. It was doing what it needed to do. And I was enjoying playing with it. And again, it just saves you from the claw. But as I said, this one does have, you're using a lot of different buttons at a lot of different times. You need to fight, you need to duck and dodge. So yeah, what else can I say about the device? It is remarkable in its intuitiveness and its ease of use. I think it is going to be a great item to have, great item to use, and I'm looking forward to continuing to play games with it. And we'll try to do some more movies, some live streams. There are actually 10 prototypes out there, so there are other people that are live streaming, and you can join the Discord, which you'll see the links in the post. To be able to do that. You can also click the subscribe button to see future videos that I put out for it. I also do live stream some VR Quest, Contractors and Population 1, so you might get some of that too on the side. But that's it. I mean, it really works. And I would say go out, check out the Kickstarter, and if it's something you're interested in, do it.
Okay, safe to disarm the primary device. Don't think about the block of C4 this is wired to.
And again, once you know what your buttons are and remember them, it's easy to go. I just click 2 buttons and I can get through this puzzle piece and then back into the gaming. If you have any questions, the Discord is going to be your best place to go. There are plenty of people there that are interested in the device, and that's also where you'll find the people that actually have the device to be able to answer those questions directly for you. And the creator has been great to talk to, very open, upfront with everything that's going on and that the plans are. So I see a good, strong future. Thanks for watching, and make sure to hit that subscribe button.